Hello. Welcome back to Two Peas
Hello. We are your hosts, Catherine
and Bo.
And
why do we do those voices? I hate
I
them.
don't know. We are your hosts.
Oh, wait. I didn't do the one thing I said I was going to do.
How dare you?
We are your hosts, Bo and Catherine. Welcome.
That's us.
I was watching someone do, like, voice acting, but not, like, cartoon voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally for things like commercials when they do, this will help your penis get hard. And she didn't, that was not one of them, by the way. So I said that for no reason.
Why?
I feel like we need to decide if we're actually going to be, like, safe for kids to listen to. I feel like probably not.
It's too late. You already talked about Drake's.
Oh, I did. I did. Plus, I think I'm way too inappropriate for that anyway. Like, listen at your own. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
And listener.
Viewer and listener discretion.
We kind of hopped right into it this time.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just looking at the sound thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, pretend it's not there.
I told you I have brain fog.
It's okay. I do too.
Really bad brain fog today. Okay. Speaking of, I think we should start at clumsy, but hold on.
Okay. Okay. She's pulling out the
Let me
tissue.
make sure there's not like an order I should do this in.
So when she got to my house, she asked for a pen, and I assumed she had a piece of paper, or that she was gonna write it on her hand like she did before.
I was going to, actually.
And then she grabs a tissue and writes it on the tissue instead of asking me for paper, which I do have. I know, it's crazy.
That is crazy. Okay. Anyway. I've been so clumsy lately. That's all. No, I'm kidding.
That's it.
I literally, every time I get up to do something, I trip over something. Every time I bring a drink to get and sit down with, I spill it. I'm not even kidding. Every time. To the point where now, every night when I lay in bed, I drop my phone on the floor, which was already a thing before I got extra clumsy. Like, every single night, I would drop my phone on the floor. And my partner would be like, it wouldn't be a night without, because it's just like it's kind of a joke. But last night, I dropped my phone on the floor, and then I couldn't find my earphones, and I, like, almost had a whole panic attack. I started crying.
Oh, don't you love that? Yeah.
I just hate being clumsy, and it makes me frustrated.
Me too. I get so angry. That happens to me too, where, well, sometimes I'll just be holding my phone and then I'll just drop it out of nowhere.
I do this. My hand just.
Yeah. And then my husband is like, "Are you okay?" You saw me when we were setting up for the podcast. I think that may have been last week.
Mm-hmm.
When I started to trip over, like, the extension cord. And I saw that I was falling. And I almost stopped for a second, but then I just, like, continued with the fall.
It was the strangest thing I've ever seen, because she literally started falling. She goes, I swear she paused. She just, like, looks, and then she falls in slow motion. It was very strange. It's like her brain went, I'm falling. How can I do this safely?
I don't know what happened.
Instead of just not falling.
It could have been avoided, but there was something that happened in my head. It was just thinking, I'm falling, but not that I had an option not to fall. It was just like,
really funny.
Let's acknowledge the fact that you're about to fall on your face, but let's not do anything about it.
That is good stuff. Stuff. Another one, this is less about being clumsy and more about being frustrated, but it has a little clumsy in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the same exact feeling. I kept trying to log into my bank. And you know how when you grow up, they tell you different passwords for everything. Make sure, like, it's unique. Make sure it has at least 8 letters or numbers, like 8 characters, I mean. A special character, a capitalization, blah, 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 blah. And it can't have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
It has to be unique so no one can guess it. How am I supposed to remember it?
That's the problem. It's like, okay, then how do I remember it?
If I'm supposed to have a different password for every single website, and each of them has to be so unique that not even I can relate to it, how am I supposed to remember that password? How?
I know, because you don't want to write it down, because then what if someone found it written down?
Exactly. Then they have your, like, I just made a weird sound. Hold on. Then they have, like, your password file.
Yeah.
And then they could get into everything and they know what connects to what, so you literally can't write it down. I found a cool password hack. I need to tell you after this. I can't tell them.
You can't, yeah.
But I did find a cool password hack that helps out a little bit. So, anyway, I started I'm tired. I want to go home. Okay. I started to transition my passwords to my new passwords. And so now every single account, I have no idea if it's an old password, if it's a new password, don't remember what the new password is, don't remember where I put the special character, you know.
Yeah.
Could not log into my bank, even though I knew the password was right. Because the bank was also having, like, server issues. But I needed to get into my bank then. Like, I had to yesterday. So I probably didn't have to. I was just really anxious and needed to, like, transfer some money because I was anxious about finances. But anyway, so I typed my password. And it's like, this didn't work, but we think it's on our end. Like, thanks.
It's not you, it's me.
They literally said that. So then I was like, it's okay. It was just one time, even though it's still frustrating. I'm like, it's okay. I will not freak out because I can't remember my password and they won't let it work. I typed it again. They're like, your username is wrong.
That's you this time.
Yeah, that was you. That was literally the best addition you could have had to that. But the reason they were saying this one actually wasn't me, it was them, because the reason they were saying my username was wrong is because you know how you can save your username so it like remembers it next time, but on banks it puts like the first 3 letters or the first 4 letters and then just like the asterisks.
Oh yeah, I like to censor it.
And for some reason it was not recognizing that as what my username is. It wasn't a censor. They actually were seeing it as whatever. So I was like, it's okay, it's fine. I did like one more and it was their fault, right? I did again, it was my fault. And then that's when they decided to say, by the way, we didn't tell you this previously in the previous 4 issues you had, but you only get 5 attempts or you're locked out of your bank forever.
Forever?
No, not forever.
To say,
but you have to like call them, so basically for me that's forever.
Yeah, like that's not gonna happen.
It's not happening.
Guys, don't.
So anyway, I was sitting on the couch with my partner and that happened and it popped up basically you have one more chance or you're out. And I literally put my phone down. I stood up. I said, I need to leave. And I walked outside. And as I was walking outside, this is the clumsy part, I tripped over a cord.
Oh no. I love all the build up to say that you tripped over a cord, but it made it more sad. Knowing everything that led up to it.
It was a very sad moment. He was just like, what? Because I think he thought I was joking.
You were not.
Wasn't joking. We're really frustrated.
That is very, very sad, but also I get that. I would do that.
And then I went outside to smell my flowers because I needed some peace and my flowers bring me joy. And then I realized there were like a couple dead ones, so I started like taking off the dead ones. And I was like, this is great. It was like smelling the dead little flower. And it smells so good. I love marigolds. They smell amazing.
Oh, they do. And
then as I was sniffing it and touching it, I looked down, there are these weird like maggots on it.
No. I don't like that. That just put a whole new meaning to stop and smell the roses, the
literally
marigolds, whatever. Ew, I don't like that.
Yeah, it was horrible. Then I got so frustrated that I went inside.
Yeah, on the subject of the clumsiness, my husband recently told me that I have no spatial awareness. Spatial awareness. I feel like I said that weird. And I was a little annoyed at him, but he does have a point.
You were annoyed at him because he said you're clumsy, basically? When, I'm sorry, second clumsiest person I know. The first one's me.
I think it was, well, I don't know. Are you sure about that? Did you see the amount of times things just fell over?
I did, and that changes my mind a little bit, but lately my clumsiness has been bad.
I was only annoyed at him because we were just talking about things in general, and he was like making fun of my driving the other day, and so I was just like, ugh. But anyway,
Rude.
But he kind of has a point.
Well, driving and spatial awareness can go hand in hand.
Yeah, but I'm good at driving. He's just dramatic. But we were the other day. We got a new vacuum where you can like take all the parts off. So like I was holding it. It's like, long, whatever. And I just like moved over and I almost like smacked him with it.
Oh, no.
And he used that as an example. And
I like how he gave you examples.
he did. I was just like, how dare you?
He's
and
very
like,
logical.
Well, remember this time?
Remember this, and that one time you did this.
And I was just like, okay, I get it. It's true.
I just remembered more to yesterday. Literally right after I came in from maggots.
Okay.
I went to go walk on the treadmill. Like, steep incline walk, because I don't run. But, like, when you're so frustrated you need to, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, dudes. All the gym bros who are like, oh, I need to let out my anger.
Ooh, punch a wall.
That was me yesterday. I literally could have punched a wall. But funny, because it's not that hard to not punch a wall, so I didn't. Anyway. I went on the treadmill. And then I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down on our yoga mat and just, like, did some stretches. And then I look over and there's, like, this weird weight. The weight that you can, like, there's a little slider. And it changes the weight.
Okay, yeah.
That hurt my brain. So I was like, but how, if nothing, like, comes on or off of it,
Mm-hmm.
how does the slider change the weight? So I slid it. And then I didn't realize there were literal weights on it that come off. And I was like, oh no, because it's not my weight. I have weights like that too, but it's just like a classic, like you screw it on.
Okay.
Like a normal person. And anyway, so then the weights fell off of it and I was like, oh no. So I like tried to put it back so I wasn't going to be called clumsy again. And I couldn't do it. I thought I broke it. I brought it out to him. I'm like, I broke it. And he went, and it went back on.
Just right away.
Mm-hmm. Literally, well, it's just because I didn't pull it up. Like, he knew how to do it and I didn't. But I was like, that didn't help.
Well, multiple times in class I've dropped things. And it's the most embarrassing thing because, like, when you drop something, everyone turns to look at you. And then it's, like, to the point where then I'm, like, reaching, like, my foot under the desk.
Oh.
To, like, try to get my pencil that I dropped.
Oh.
I also accidentally, like, I'd finished a test. And it's, like, I was done. So I, like, open Instagram. And I didn't realize my phone.
Oh, no. That's the worst feeling ever. And then, like, you feel your face heat up.
Yeah, it went, like... And, like, it was the quickest little thing, but still, obviously... Everyone turned to look at me, and some people started laughing, and I was just like...
And they were testing?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, that was the worst thing that could ever happen. Yeah, and I felt my face, like, 8 million degrees. I was just like...
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I would cry. I think I would actually be crying. And then that's even more embarrassing.
I didn't cry,
Obviously,
but...
you shouldn't. I'm not saying it's, like, a thing you should be ashamed of for accidentally doing something. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, my unstable mental health would be like...
I think that I was close. Do you want to hear about a time when that actually made me cry a little bit?
I would love to.
Because of social anxiety.
Oh.
I told you a little bit, just not you guys, that I went to a career fair. And that's like the worst place to go when you have anxiety, because you have to go up and talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like you have something specific you can say, because sometimes you're just like going just to go up, just to see. I went up, the first one that I went to, or one of the first ones, I don't know. I literally don't remember anything about this person. I apologize to this person. I blacked out. I don't know.
Blacked out.
Anyway, I didn't really black out. I don't know if that was the appropriate thing to say. I blocked it out.
Well, blacked out is fine. It just means you like forget what happened.
So they like put their hand out to shake my hand, shaking my hand.
Oh, already bad.
I hate shaking people's hands. I hate it.
Because you know they're judging you.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have I don't know which way to do it, you know? Like, do I go for a really strong
I was so tired of people going, oh.
Yeah.
So you take it, grip it as hard as you can. I don't care. You grip it as hard as you can. Especially if it's a woman, it doesn't matter. Well,
That's
a woman's
true.
not going to shake your hand, probably. This wasn't a woman.
I have no idea.
Well,
anyway. I can't remember. That's what I just said.
Oh, you literally, okay.
I can't remember.
Anyway, if it's a dude, you grip his hand as hard as you can without making it seem like you're trying hard. And you do one shake. One firm shake and then pull away.
Okay.
Because usually they'll go, like, she's a dainty woman. And you go. Anyway, continue.
So they were like, my name's blah blah blah. Again, I'm sorry, person. I literally don't remember anything. And then I was just like, we're just shaking, and they're like looking at me like expectantly, like, oh. And I was like, my name is Catherine.
I literally never get I literally never get the cue that I'm supposed to tell them my name.
I know. I'm just like, I'm the main character. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you already know me. You already know I'm the one who rules this place.
Yeah, it was like an awkward amount of time, and there was someone else there. I do remember that. So they were just watching this interaction where they're like, my name is this, and I'm just nodding, like, they're just nodding, staring at me.
To be fair, they could have gone, like, after a good couple beats, they could have gone, what's your name?
What's your name? Yeah. No, they didn't. I was just like,
you're just like,
oh, I'm Catherine. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. But anyway, the thing that made me cry was just being around all the people, because then I just left and cried a little bit. It was just,
That's so sad. It's so sad.
It was fine.
Last thing on Clumsy, because I'm still there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is actually an entirely different topic that I realized ties in. I was, last last week, after our pod, I went to do a pole class, which highly recommend, 10 out of 10, fun, and you'll get exercise and you'll get confidence, maybe, and it's so much fun. But I went to a new place, and I haven't been to a class in a very long time. I have a pole in my house, but it's just like, it's way different because you have to keep up with the instructors. So anyway, I had emailed the instructor before, and I was like, I haven't been to a class in forever. This says for people who have been to a few classes. I have been, but it's been a long time. It was so hard. And I was wearing my heels, which I'm very used to, 8-inch pole heels. I'm very used to because I love to walk around the house in them and like get my feet used to it. Yeah. But she was having us do such like different moves that I tripped in my pole heels.
Oh.
And there were so many people, so many great dancers, and I was just like a little baby giraffe when they tried to like walk for the first time.
Oh no. Did you like fully fall over?
I might as well have.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Okay. And then I was like, this is so much fun afterwards. And then as I was driving, I was thinking about it, and I was like, did I have fun? You know when your anxiety goes, you thought you had fun, but they all hated you.
I do. I do.
No one
just aggressively nodding.
What does that remind me of? There's like a cartoon or something. Or a kid.
A kid.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Oh, Miss Rachel. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Can you say mama? Auntie life.
Auntie life. So good.
Oh boy. You said you had like a bunch of things to talk about.
Yeah. I have more really funny stuff to talk about, but first I wanna talk about retinol. I started retinol 10 days ago, and I was told that like your skin purges on retinol. It'll get dry. You'll get acne, whatever. It has been so bad. My skin is peeling from my face, and it's patchy and red. It's like fine right now, but especially after I wash it and like all the stuff absorbs into it, and it's like stingy. It's just all like.
Maybe you'll be like a lizard. You'll like shed.
Well, the reason, not lizard, but the reason it does that is because it increases the speed of cell turnover or something. So basically, this isn't exactly how it is, but how I like to think about it to make me feel better is it's just happening faster. What's happening to your face is happening like faster and a little more intense because the cells are repairing themselves quicker or something. I don't know. A scientist is going to watch this. I'm kidding. No scientists are watching this. But a scientist is going to watch this and be like, that is not how it works.
Watch, there is a scientist. And they're like, what do you mean I wouldn't listen to this? How dare you discriminate?
Oh, are we not allowed here?
We accept everyone.
But, oh, it was a truck. I thought someone was outside your window. Anyway.
I don't know why I imagine when he said that. I imagine as a person, like, staring menacingly.
Retinol. I'm looking at my thought bubble. So I made, well, if you recall on one of the podcasts, I asked you to do retinol with me so you can suffer with me. Which you didn't. It's fine.
Sorry.
So I made my partner do it with me.
Oh.
Because he already had retinol. He's been supposed to be doing it anyway, but he doesn't keep up with any of his stuff. So he's like, if you put it on me, I'm like, yes. Have you ever done skincare on your partner?
Have I? I have to.
Okay, yeah. So that's my situation.
He will not put moisturizer on his face.
So yeah.
I even got him his own. And he, you know what, the ever since I said, it's your job now. Dust. There's a layer of dust over the top of his moisturizer. But I'm going to have to start doing it because I don't want, like, I don't want him to get all wrinkly because he won't put moisturizer on.
That's amazing. I didn't expect that. So, you get it.
Because guys, not to generalize, but a lot of guys, they're just like, oh, just like some water.
That's literally
like, how do you wash your face? Oh, just some water. And then he'll watch me do my skincare. He's like, that's so intense. Just like
some water. Then they have like perfect skin.
Yeah. My
partner hates to have like soap on his face. So he doesn't want it washed. He doesn't want to wash it. He doesn't like the soap getting by his eyes and everything. So I got him wipe cleanser. But it's really good. It's like, I made sure the ingredients were all good and everything.
Okay, that's good.
Because I care. Anyway, so now it's extra fun because I make him lay down and then I'll just like scrub his little face and then I'll put on...
His little face?
He doesn't have a little face. He has a I always say his forehead is rigid. Do you ever touch someone else's face and you're like, that's way different? Obviously.
I mean, yeah, it's different.
But like the bone structure is like way different. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to touching other people's faces. So like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I have like a fatty face.
Sorry, I just need the face at you. I just like, he's not a fatty face.
No, like I have more fat in my face than the average man.
How do you know that? What are your statistics? So you've been studying.
Well, first of all, women in general have more fat percentage. But also, I just am aware that I have a fattier face than most men. But anyway, so like mine's like nice and soft and squishy. And his is like bones.
Cute round face. I love it.
Thank you. And his is like bones.
Bones.
Because he's all like structured. Yeah. That wasn't the face for structured, was it? Instant replay.
Why did I think of, when Squidward was turned into handsome Squidward?
Yeah.
Whatever, but he's actually terrifying. I don't know why. But the thing that is always weird for me when I'm trying to put skincare on my husband's face is his beard.
Yeah, it's like half the product you need.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to put it on their beard. So it's just like the upper half of the face.
It's
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, but anyway, the reason I brought this up is because I made him start retinol with me, as I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like a baby angel.
So he's not having the problems that you're having?
It's already working how it's supposed to, because it really like smooths your skin, helps acne, helps fine lines, helps pores, whatever. But it's supposed to purge first. He looks like a baby angel. His skin is so smooth and beautiful and even, and I am a lizard. I am shedding my skin, and he's just over there like, oh,
why is it like that?
I don't know, but it makes me mad.
It makes me so mad. Why do they get it so easy?
I know! I know! That, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, because for some reason when I sleep, my face swells. Especially sometimes more than others. I don't know why. I drink a lot. I hydrate a lot, especially before bed, which is not a great idea. Don't do that. You're gonna wake up 500 times to pee. But like my face always swells. So when I wake up, like my eyes are puffy and my face is puffy. I'm just like, ugh. And like I have crusty eyes and like,
yeah, same.
They're like just drooled a little. And so anyway, it's especially been bad lately because the skin is also bad. So I just wake up like, oh. And then I look over and he's just like,
I know, right? It makes me so mad. Sometimes I'm literally like, why do you look good right now? Mm-hmm. You just wake up and you're ready.
It's annoying.
I mean, his hair is usually really messy because he has the really curly hair, but it still looks good.
It's very funny to see him with his poofy hair.
Yeah.
It makes him look like a kid almost.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm so used to seeing him like as professional him.
With his hair gelled.
The fact that I have known him for how many years? How many years have you known your husband?
How many years have I known my husband? Like 5?
The fact that I've known him for 5 years and not once, when I used to also see him like very often.
Yeah.
Not once did I see him with puffy hair. Because every single time he leaves the house, he gels it. That's wild to me.
Well, because also sometimes, I think even when we first started dating, he had his hair cut a little shorter. So he would keep it shorter so it wouldn't curl up quite as much. Right now, his hair is actually really long. Like, if he puts it down his face, it goes, like, pretty low. It just curls up and it goes, like, up.
Oh.
So then he just gels it. But sometimes, has your partner ever asked you to do his hair?
Like wash it?
No, like after the shower, he's like, oh, do you want to like comb my hair?
Oh, no.
Or like style it?
First of all, my partner doesn't wash his hair that often, which I am not judging. I wash my hair about once a month. Gonna have to cut that out. But he doesn't like having like water possibly run down his face. And have you ever watched a boy wash their hair?
Yes.
Maybe it's just a him thing, but he's like, and I'm like, you look like a kid. You look like a child. The reason you're afraid of it getting in your eyes is because you let it run down your face.
Wait, you know what? He does do that.
Yeah.
He just goes fully under the water, and then he has, like, his eyebrows will be soapy. Like, they have white, because he just lets it all go down. I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah, that's what my partner does, and he does not like I mentioned, he doesn't like having stuff on his face, especially not soap, because it's scary and could get in his eyes, which I judged him for, and then the next day, I got soap in my eyes, and it was I was so dramatic. I fell to the ground. I was like, I can't remember, it was actually, I can't remember, I was using some weird soap, and it hurt so bad. It hurts
really bad.
So I and I apologized to him because I'm like, that
Yeah.
did suck. And if I washed my hair how you wash your hair, that would happen all the time.
Because you're supposed to wash your hair like.
Yeah.
Like when I wash my hair, I don't put my whole.
No.
You kind of angle your head back into the water.
I never put my face in the water unless I'm washing my face.
Yeah. But I think the different thing about my husband is that he doesn't mind the water in his face, and that's kind of why he does it, because swimmer, fish.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a fish man.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he'll just go under the water. He doesn't care.
Okay. But anyway, that's why I haven't, like, brushed or done his hair. Also, he has literally the most calm, perfect hair. He wakes up and it's beautiful. And when he wants to look extra nice, he goes into the bathroom, he takes some water, and he goes, and then he looks like a prince. What is that? Literally, what is that? Like, if he literally doesn't even need gel. He just takes water, and it looks perfect. If I took water and put it in my hair.
Yeah, because sometimes when I'm out and I'm desperate and my hair is like all puffed out, I go into like a bathroom and I grab some water and put it on, but it only works temporarily and then just goes.
Yeah, it also depends how much. Like, if you have leave-in conditioner, that usually can work.
But that's also true.
If you got nothing, it's like,
yeah,
it's not as great.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shower, skincare.
You were talking about retinol.
Baby Angel. No, I think that was all. I think that's all for that. I'm glad we have the same experiences with the weird, like, washing of boys and
washing of boys.
Yeah, that sounded weird. Also, the way I said boys made it extra weird. How they can literally, like, wash with their face with the water and be fine.
It makes me so mad. You know what? Now tonight, I'm going to have to put the moisturizer on his face.
See, I like it because I like to feel like I'm taking care of someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he likes to feel like I'm taking care of him.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just making that up. But so I love it, and I love that he can suffer with me with the retinol, even though he's not suffering. So now it's like a nightly thing where I'll put his skincare on. I'm like, this is so much fun.
I don't really mind it. It's more that I just wanted to see if he would do it himself. But I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess not. Also, sometimes I'm just sleepy, you know?
Yeah, you guys have, like, a very normal life in the way that you're not constantly around each other.
Yeah.
But, like, for us, it's literally, like, it's not, oh, we just both got home, now we gotta eat dinner, and now we gotta relax. Or just, like, been around each other all day. Might as well do some skincare now.
No, yeah, it's more like we're both home, we eat dinner. Usually we work out and then relax. But I do my skincare, like, before I sleep.
I do, too. But my partner likes to have the lights off for, like, sleep, whatever, at, like, 7 or 8.
What?
Because that's when it gets dark outside. So we like to rest our eyeballs. So, like, the lights will be, like, red if we keep them on. But usually we just, like, we start relaxing around that time. So we'll just be on our phones or whatever. Or, like, watch something. But anyway, so since we relax so early, it's never, like, I'm never tired. So I just can do our skincare before then.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Recently, I've been having some very, very bad sleeping. Very bad sleeping. I've been having some bad of it.
How so?
I just don't. You know, I mentioned, like, the nightmares about demons and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is not why I was saying this, but now I'm going to tell you this because I just thought of something entirely different. So, to make the demons go away, I started taking valerian root, which strangely has caused a lot of, like, scary dreams for people. But for me, it made it go away. Don't know why. can't believe I even started taking it with knowing that was an option. But like my partner researched some supplements that would help, blah, blah, blah. So he said to take that to help me sleep. But I ended up liking it because it took the bad dreams away. Last night I ran out. And I was like,
no.
it's fine.
Did you have demon dreams?
I don't think I had demon dreams, but I woke up like,
Oh.
my partner was like, are you okay? And I was like, and you know when you're half asleep, you can't really talk and you're panicking anyway, so you can't really talk, and you're just like, and I was just like, I was very scared.
I'm sorry.
I was very jumpy falling asleep. So I was like, so anyway, I need that. But that's not what I was going to say about sleep.
What were you going to say?
What was I going to say? It's not on my list. Hold on. We were talking about going to sleep early. Oh, yeah. So since I sleep so early, I was like, this is probably why I can't sleep. Because we're laying in bed at like 7 or 8, and then being up in bed, which is already bad. You're not supposed to do that. I don't know where I was going.
You don't know?
I don't know where I was going. I actually had something to say, and it's just gone. Oh, it is on my list.
It is?
I have such bad brain fog now. If I like get diagnosed with a brain tumor, don't be surprised. Okay, I'm sorry. Was that like insensitive? I don't know. Anyway, so I've been extra not been able to sleep, and one night I was literally just up all night.
Yeah.
Like did not sleep at all.
I know. I saw you texting at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, that night that's when I woke up, and then I didn't sleep again. But that was fine. I actually felt fine that day because I was just chilling. But anyway, one night I couldn't sleep, not even a wink, and my partner talks in his sleep.
Oh no.
Usually he just laughs in his sleep. He will laugh. Imagine being that chill that your dreams are funny and you
My husband does that too.
Really?
It is not just a chill laugh, though.
Yeah, it's a whole laugh.
It's like and I wake up, and sometimes now at this point, I swear I love my husband. I get so angry.
Oh, don't get angry at his joy. Oh
no. Okay, but what happens is I'm half asleep. I'm not fully aware of everything. Mm-hmm. So what happens is he starts laughing, and so it wakes me up, and then I turn to him, and I'm like, what is so funny?
That's amazing.
And he just keeps laughing. I'm like, what is funny? And then he doesn't say anything, and I'm like, he's not even awake. And so then I just try to go to sleep, but then he'll laugh again. But then in the morning, I'll mention it, and he has no idea what I'm talking about.
My partner takes medicine to sleep sometimes. Every single night. I don't know why I said sometimes. Because he also has sleep troubles, like me. Mm-hmm. So after he takes his sleep medicine, he doesn't remember anything, even if he's awake. So like last night when I like freaked out and he like snuggled me to bed, he literally didn't remember. I was like, do you remember last night when I like woke up terrified? He's like, huh?
See, that happens to us, except he doesn't take medicine, so there's no reason for it.
Just sleeping. So anyway, he sleeps in his sleep. He talks. He giggles in his sleep. Mm-hmm. Or laughs, I should say. And that's like, at first, I was like, what the? Like, it kind of startled me a little, and now it doesn't startle me too much, but I'm very scared at night. Again, I don't know why I'm not really an afraid person in general, but I get, like, so scared at night. So, like, that occasionally makes me feel a little scared, but then I'm like, oh, he's just sleeping. He's just sleeping. He's having a good dream. It's like when a dog, like, in their sleep, and you're like, their dream about running. But, like, that one night, I was up, and I was kind of scared, and he woke up, and he sat up, and he went, I see red. What is that? And I was like, what? And he's like, there's red. And then he went back to sleep. I'm like, this is payback for when I used to talk in my sleep and say really weird things. And I didn't realize, because it's been a while since I've heard full sentences, so I did not realize he was sleeping and sleep talking.
Oh.
And I'm very jumpy at night. So I was like, what? What?
What, Red? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And he didn't say anything. I'm like, what do you mean? And he didn't say anything. And I was like, hey, what did you see? And he's like, I thought I saw a red light. Like, he answers questions in his sleep.
Wait, that's actually really weird.
Why?
Because my husband has said things like that in his sleep, too.
Really?
Talking about, like, green light, red light. He was like, green, red light. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I know, what are they doing?
That?
Connected.
It's not what I meant.
Why? Why is it... Like, I think he went, like, yellow, red light. What are you talking about?
See, that would be a little less scary to me, though. But the full sentences scares me.
Well, there was a time, I think I may have mentioned this to you before, but when we were literally talking, like we were laying in bed, like we were gonna go to sleep, but I was talking to him, and he suddenly says something really weird. And I was like, huh? And then he, like, jolts awake, and I was like, how did you just fall asleep?
I think that would scare me even more if he woke up.
Yeah, and I was like, how did you do that? He was saying something about, he was, like, making, like, battle plans or something.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that.
And then, so I was just like, what? Because he also started, like, he was, like, pointing, like, he was, like, directing people.
I don't like that.
But we were in the middle of talking.
Oh, that's scary.
We're in the middle of talking.
I think I would cry, then leave. I used to get, like, when we would used to talk at night, I used to get super afraid because, you know, when it's kind of dark, but there's a little light, and the faces start going,
like, yeah.
I've said like 100 times in this podcast.
I probably have too. It's fine.
Yeah, so I could not be talking to him, and then he is just sleeping. He gets very quiet before he sleeps, which thank goodness, because I would freak out if even if he woke up after he said something, it would freak me out, because I think at night I convince myself that he's actually awake saying these things, he's just not going to remember it in the morning.
Yeah.
But I think that's why the red light thing scared me, because it was very obvious he was sleeping after I realized. But at first I was like, there's a monster in here.
A red light monster?
Well, because at first he just said, I see red.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, demon.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't understand how some people's brains work, because my husband doesn't think of anything when he's sleeping.
Interesting.
And I think it just came up because I was talking about how I couldn't sleep. Because I kept thinking of things. Like, when I'm going to sleep, I'm doing things in my head. I'm planning. I'm doing homework in my brain as I'm falling asleep. Like, I'm
not just thinking about anything. I'm literally thinking about, like, what I need to do.
I'm driving.
How to solve this problem.
I'm driving the next day to go wherever I need to go. Exactly. And then I'm doing it. And he's like, just don't think of anything. Like I do.
How do you just not think of anything?
He's like, just imagine you're in a white room, okay?
That's terrifying.
I
there
know.
would be monsters crawling out of things.
And so then one time when he was trying to have me do that, then I'm like, okay, but how big is the white room? But now I see, like, a tree over here. Is that supposed to be in my white room?
I love imagination.
And I was like, and now I'm seeing in my white room, I think I'm running late for what I'm doing tomorrow. I think I see that in my room. He's like, nothing. You don't think of anything. I'm like, but what is it like? What does it feel like in there? Is it cold or is it hot? Or is it?
I can't imagine not thinking of anything.
Yeah.
Technically, if he's thinking of himself in a white room, he's thinking of something.
He is thinking of something, but
very calmly. Thinking
of
something.
I have to think of something.
I asked my partner what he thinks about.
Okay.
Because I think about, like, our relationship and babies and work and stress, right?
Yeah.
This is precious. I love this so much. He thinks about, like, flying, having superpowers.
Oh.
Isn't that adorable?
That's like what I want to think about.
Yeah,
It's
me
fun
too.
things.
He's an anxious person, but he has so much control over his thoughts, and I'm so jealous of that.
That's wild. I have too many intrusive thoughts and
Me too.
creepy things. And...
But one night, I actually asked him, like, what are you thinking about in this very moment? He was thinking about football. He doesn't watch sports at all. Not even a little bit. He doesn't like sports. He knows it, apparently, because he plays it in his head. But he was just thinking about sports. Playing sports.
He's like actually playing football in his head. He's like in the Super Bowl.
And I was like, what? Because I don't like sports. I like that he doesn't like sports. I know that's kind of like rude. But I don't know why I get this joy that he also doesn't enjoy sports. But so when he was playing them, I was like, what are you doing?
You like feel like it's betrayal?
I did. I was like, you don't even like sports. He's like, but I like playing them. In your head. But like, but like, what the heck? You're just thinking about playing sports and flying?
That sounds way more fun.
I know.
Than what we think about.
I wonder if we could find a way to control our thoughts. Like, if we meditate or something.
I don't know. I'm very doubtful, but...
The last thing I have on my list is fried chicken. I just wanted to know if you like fried chicken.
I don't think I've had fried chicken.
Is there, like, a moral reason?
No, I just have literally not had it.
Perfect. Go to Publix. You don't have to talk to anyone. Just in their
I love how that's how you lead it. You know.
In their hot food section, you could grab a little tiny... There's a family-sized bag, and then there's a little tiny container. 2 pieces of fried chicken. To start out, to see if you like it. I love all fried chicken, but I've had such a craving for Publix fried chicken lately. Because it's weird because it's not fresh. It's in the heated section like JoJo's.
Yeah.
So the bottom of it gets like a little soggy. And then the top of it's all crunchy. I'm sure it would be even better fresh. But
probably.
But Popeyes, for example, super crunchy, super good, so salty. The saltiest. And the chicken isn't the freshest. But Publix, it's not too salty. It's still salty, but it's not too salty. And the chicken is actually like soft and good.
Sounds good.
You need to get fried chicken and eat it because it is so good.
Now I want fried chicken.
Now I want fried chicken.
What have you done to us?
I wish I would have had this conversation first, and then we could have ordered fried chicken and then eaten fried chicken after the pod.
But now it's too late.
It's too late. It's gonna take forever to get eaten. I really want fried chicken. I'm so hungry. I don't know why. I ate food.
Yeah, I did too.
Literally right before I came here.
I was still eating food when you came here. Now I'm like getting hungry.
My face really hurts.
Oh. This is unrelated, but I did have one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
That I went to get an oil change, which I hate.
Oh,
like,
again?
So much. What do you mean?
I feel like you just got an oil change.
Maybe I talked to you about this? It was last week. No?
It was right before we went to dinner. At that scary place you made me go to. The hibachi grill.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That was like 2 months ago.
Do you know how often you just get an oil change?
Every 6 months or 10 to 15,000 miles. What?
I don't know, but my sticker said it was time. It was actually past time. What happened? I don't know why it said that. But the steering wheel was locked. So I don't know why it said that specifically, but the steering wheel was like locked. So
what did that symbol look like?
Like an oil thing, I think.
Interesting.
But it was like an actual message that popped up. And it was like, well, it was like, go somewhere safe. Your pressure's low.
That's so scary. I would freak out.
I know. But I just turned it off and then noticed the steering wheel, because then it said something else that made me think, oh, the steering wheel's locked. And so then I moved it, and then when I turned it on again, it didn't say that. So I don't know if it was just, but I knew I had to get an oil change. I don't even know if that's related at all to the oil part. I don't know. But so anyway, I had to just go. But one of the reasons that I was nervous to go was, well, besides the fact that I just hate anything to do with cars, I was wearing like my most like cleavage showing shirt.
Was that the day you
Today I
sent me?
sent a picture and I was like, is this too much? And I was like, you know, it's scary to go when you're a woman. And
It's already horrible because they're gonna act like you're stupid
Yeah.
and don't know anything about cars. Then if you don't know anything about cars, they're gonna scam
Yeah.
you. And then if you look even slightly attractive, they're going to hit on
be
you.
creepy. Yeah. So, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just like lean into it. Maybe they'll give me like a discount. You know?
Yeah.
Luckily, I go there, and the lady there, who's too cool. Like I was almost more nervous, but
I would be too.
I didn't feel like scared or whatever.
That's good.
Because it was the lady.
Mm-hmm.
But just as you know, as it's going, well, first off, I didn't remember how to pop my hood. I kept popping my trunk repeatedly.
She was like, "Your hood."
she kept saying it, and then eventually I didn't realize I was popping my trunk, and then I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw my trunk. And the worst part is I have like a bunch of clothes in my trunk, so it probably looked super weird because I've been trying to sell them or whatever.
I'm sure they're used to it.
So she had to go like close the trunk, and then she's like, it's okay, and she just like opens the door and like pops open the. But why isn't it a different spot? That's my question.
Isn't it? It's so you don't accidentally pop the hood when you're trying to get into the
I
trunk?
forgot, and I don't work well under pressure or when I'm being perceived.
Same, baby, same. I literally never know where the hood thing. I don't even think I know where the hood thing is in my car.
I've done it before, but I always forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so the whole time though, I'm still like, oh, but like I'm like such a cutie, and because like I'm still having to deal with like other guys. Like also the guy like just came into the car in the passenger side.
Ew.
He was like, hey, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna check your filter. And
I don't like when they do that and they're like showing you.
Yeah, I was like, if the guy sees this, there's nothing wrong with you. I just don't like it when people.
I love how much optimism you have for our podcast.
I know. Like, if you see this,
but see, I say optimism. I know it's just anxiety that someone's gonna.
It is just anxiety that they're gonna see it and be like, oh my god, I knew that she was. They wouldn't even remember.
I want to say, if you're a guy, just know that women are probably afraid of you. Not all of them, not all women, but
yeah,
no matter who you are as a man, you're probably gonna have someone afraid of you.
I mean, he did say like, oh, I'm gonna come. Like, he didn't just.
Yeah.
But he did just open the door. He didn't like.
Yeah. He could have gone.
But
tap, tap, tap.
anyway, so I'm like, maybe I'll get a discount because I'm cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm adorable. I felt really cute that day.
As you should have.
I drive away.
Well, your boobs did. That's all I saw.
I drive away. And then when I get home, I look and I had chocolate on my white shirt.
Oh no!
So the whole time I was like, yeah, I know, I'm cute. Like, I had chocolate on my shirt.
It's okay. I would say they probably didn't notice, but I know they were looking at your boobs, so they
like,
definitely.
Oh wow, okay. She doesn't know how to pop her hood. She's got chocolate on her shirt.
Oh no! I hate that when. Today I convinced myself that I looked adorable after I scratched my face off. So like, you might be thinking you look fine, whatever. I literally had just come fresh out of scratching the skin off my face. Because my face is peeling. And you know when you look in the mirror too long? And you're like, I have to do something about this.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, but I had to go into the UPS store. So I was like, oh well, it's just a face. I'm not going to see anyone because thank God you can scan stuff and just put it in a bucket. So anyway, as somehow from the car to the UPS store, I had forgotten that I like scratched my face off. I was like literally bleeding from this scar I keep scratching off. And this guy opened the door for me and he smiled at me and I was like, thank you. And I was just thinking, like, that's so nice. That must be pretty privilege. Like, I wonder if everyone gets the door open for them, because I'm so darn cute and it must be pretty privilege. And I need to be aware of my privileges because not all people would get this treatment. Then I got back into the car and I looked at my face and I was terrified. I was like, that was not pretty privilege. That was definitely
pity
not.
privilege.
Can we make that merch?
Pity privilege. That would be amazing.
Pity privilege. That is so good. Make that a clip.
Okay.
Yes, it was though. It literally was. And he was probably like, he wasn't smiling at me. He was like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of this goblin.
This goblin. No. Oh boy.
Oh wait. Also, I would like to note that sometimes the hair blocks the uglies. You know when?
I'm sorry. What?
You know when you're having like a not the best face day,
Mm-hmm.
but you put down your hair and you're like, no one will notice because I have orange hair on my head.
Oh yeah.
My hair was up in a tight bun.
Oh, so couldn't even the face you're making. Just pulled her hair back.
Oh, I guess you're always so considerate of the audio listeners, and I am never considerate of the audio listeners.
I want them to understand a little bit. They're not gonna get the full effect, but
ASMR.
no, I hate ASMR.
I did until I'm not gonna say I love ASMR in like a weird way.
Mhm.
Not that I'm not kink shaming. I don't care, obviously. But we got this. Well, we didn't get it. He had this little head scratcher. It's like one of those little claws.
Okay.
And he just like, feel this. He put it on my head. And it was like rumbly in my ears. And I was like, that feels weird. He's like, that's ASMR. That's what that's like ASMR is supposed to feel like. And then ever since then, weird things have been triggering that like weird fuzzy feeling where I'm just like listening to something and I'm like, I get it now.
See, I think that I feel that, but I don't like it. It makes me feel uneasy.
I understand that.
That's why I don't like ASMR. Because
I just had never felt what it's supposed to feel like.
Okay, you just kind of saw it and were like, this is weird.
Yeah, I was like, this is just a sound.
Yeah. No, it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know. All right.
You want to log off?
Well, you want to log off? Logging off now. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's been a great time today.
We always switch our voices. Thank you.
I feel like we did a lot of like partner talk.
We did. We talked a lot. Yeah. About them.
It's just so easy to talk about them.
It is. And it's entertaining because we find out we have the same experiences.
I love that. And the best part is every time I go home, every time we talk about them on the podcast, I go home and I'm like, by the way, Catherine said that. Yeah. And then he's like,
why are you talking about this on the podcast?
I'm waiting for him to really let it sink in that I talk about him on the podcast because I don't think he quite realizes it yet. And I don't know how he's going to react to that.
He's famous.
Yeah, he's
obviously because we're famous.
Right now, as of right now, we have 2 listeners. Technically 1 listener because I haven't even heard it.
I know you haven't even. But soon we'll actually post it.
We need to upload at least 1 episode to our Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Then we need to start uploading TikToks every single day.
Yeah.
Because we gotta get famous. Anyway,
we
had so much fun talking to you.
We had so much fun. Follow us on all of our social media platforms at 2 Ginger Peas.
As you probably have already seen all over TikTok.
Of course.
By the time you're listening to this.
Okay, bye.
Bye.